Estamos en Tucumán. Hacemos la etapa 3 y vamos a Jujuy.
Welcome to Dakar 2017. The scenery was breathtaking as the rally hit the heights on stage 3, but what a tough stage it was going to be for the competitors. Navigation proving easier said than done. It's time for the Dakar to go off-road and uphill in this third outing between San Miguel de Tucumán and San Salvador de Jujuy. If one thing has characterised the first few days of this 2017 Dakar, it's been the scorching heat that the riders and the drivers have had to endure in Paraguay and Argentina. In temperatures frequently approaching 40 degrees Celsius, the race organisers have made it a priority to ensure that all competitors get plenty of water on board so that they can stay hydrated. They also have a chance to cool off during the stages.
With the heat and the dust today, the conditions are very tough for the bike riders. They've told us they've been having some trouble breathing because of getting dust in their mouths. So we're focusing on two things: hydration and cooling down their bodies.
Well, the competitors are certainly feeling the heat, but things are set to change in the coming days though. When the rally reaches the Altiplano in Bolivia tomorrow, it'll be the cold and no longer the heat that the drivers will have to contend with. Beautiful. Previously in the bikes, Stage 2 was all about the need for speed as the top riders tore through northern Argentina at up to 180 kilometers an hour. Xavier de Sultre showed off his pace in spite of a close encounter of the bovine kind. Well, the best thing is I'm not going flat out, I can go even faster. Paulo Gonçalves impressed again in third place. I don't feel too much pressure, so I'm going to attack every day. Stage winner Toby Price in a class of his own.
It's good. It's always good to get a stage win in Dakar. Hopefully a few more to come, but we'll see.
There are two special sections in today's stage, separated by a neutralised zone rising 5,000 metres above sea level. The bikes, quads and cars will complete 364 kilometres of special, while it's 199 for the trucks. All in all, 780 kilometres to cover. Well, the Jujuy region providing a stunning setting for what promises to be a very tough stage indeed. We haven't seen too much of Stefan Svitko just yet. Last year's runner-up lurking in 7th place going into this one. Meanwhile, Honda's Joan Barreda was a man on a mission, as his rivals would soon discover. After his excellent stage win yesterday, it was defending champion Toby Price who opened the road on stage 3. But the wonder from Down Under wasn't going to have it all his own way this time around. The Australian eventually losing a lot of time, as well as his overall lead.
Yeah, the first part of the road book was definitely tricky, and I think we all kind of got a little bit out of whack in there, got a little bit lost, and then had to kind of climb our way back from there.
Well, things weren't going much better for his KTM teammate Matthias Walkner, who'd already suffered a 5-minute penalty yesterday for speeding in the link zone. The Austrian also well off the pace. So So the top guns struggling, but they weren't the only ones. It quickly became apparent that it was going to be very difficult navigating through the dusty wilderness. Rider number 8, Gerard Fares of Himoinsa, getting into a spot of bother, although at least he had some company in the form of Yamaha's Rodney Fagata. Diego de Plessis finished 25th in his maiden Dakar last year. The Argentine also joining the fun in what was turning into a crazy start to this first special. Another home hopeful, Franco Caimi, flying the flag for the Honda South America Rally team this year, and he also took a tumble. Paulo Gonçalves were perhaps the most high-profile casualty, but the Honda man recovered to finish 5th, although he found it tough dealing with the change in altitude. Well, close to 5,000 metres above sea level, it was really difficult. I had a major headache because of the altitude. Heading into the final part of the stage, and the surprise package, Frenchman Pierre-Alexandre René, the 32-year-old, coming in 3rd to move up from 19th to 8th overall. Sam Sunderland had a much better day than his KTM teammates Price and Vaughtner. The British rider coming in 2nd. He also goes 2nd in the overall standings. And yet he was an incredible 13 minutes and 29 seconds adrift off the day's winner, Joan Barreda. It was a truly stunning performance from the Honda leader to win the stage and move into a commanding overall lead. There's still a long way to go, but Barreda has blown the 2017 Dakar wide open. I just want to carry on with the same strategy. Control, of course, but also make the best of the situation and try to attack. I'll just try to do the best that I can. Fantastic stuff then from Barreda. 4 hours, 22 minutes and 41 seconds, 13 minutes clear of Sunderland, with René, Pablo Quintanilla and Gonçalves making up the top 5. Here's how the overall rankings look. Toby Price now at 17 minutes and 19 seconds off the pace. Meanwhile, there was a big shake-up in the quads. This third stage also causing all kinds of headaches for the quad riders. Navigation becoming tricky. And some of those people who had been really firing in the first couple of stages, Marcelo Medeiros, the overall leader Pablo Capetti, and Paraguayan hope Nelson Sanabria, getting into all sorts of trouble, losing a lot of time in the dust and sand. Ahead of the first special section, Argentine Gaston Gonzalez was the leader and looked to be heading for victory ahead of Walter Nasiglia of Bolivia and Ignacio Casale, the 2014 winner.
Like the Dakar, the huge Calchaquí Valley passes from Tucumán to Jujuy, with its mountain deserts and rainforests. It was an important region for the ancient indigenous people, notably the holy city of Quilmes. Dating back to the 9th century, these ruins are all that is left after the inhabitants were invaded first by the Incas and then by the Spanish. This final battle led to an exodus, meaning the great city was left a ghost town. But these incredible ruins still stand for us to see en route. Paraguay for stage 1, Nasser Al-Attiyah had a big scare, setting the quickest time and his engine on fire.
When you see some smoke or some flame, you know, you think immediately it's a game over.
Nasser continued, but it was game over for Chevy Ponce, who crashed his Ford in stage 2 and had to retire. Punctuated by muddy water splashes, long sections of stage 2 were very fast.
It's a straight line, so then it's good for drag racing, but not for rally.
Happy with these long straights, Sebastian Loeb. Completely flat out, over 200 kilometers an hour, long straights with bumps, but the car absorbed it all and it was good. The first stage in Argentina was wild. This valley was once home to a variety of indigenous tribes. Now a new breed of nomads are about to navigate their way through its wide open terrain. As the crews prepare for stage 3, they're very aware there's a lot of unknown ground to cover in the next 364 competitive kilometers, traveling to high altitudes and into the unknown. Overnight leader Sebastian Loeb is first into the stage, having won yesterday's stage, giving Peugeot their 59th Dakar stage win, putting them level with Volkswagen. But opening the road is a disadvantage, as he has a blank, dusty canvas ahead. The 9-times World Rally champion clearly already getting a little bit lost early on, losing time, allowing Al-Attiyah to catch him on the stage and pass him. Don't forget they leave at 3-minute intervals. That's how much time Loeb is losing. Al-Attiyah pulls ahead. Gets some clean air out front for the Qatari in his Toyota, leaving Loeb to deal with the fine, dusty dunes. Also struggling to find his way is Carlos Sainz. Very nearly tipping his Peugeot over there, but once he finds his way, he's on the pace and starts to move up the leaderboard. Now that is Giniel de Villiers and Nani Roma, both trying to find their own way through the stage, and a little bit of contact there between the two teammates, struggling to find their way and to keep up with the front runners. But it is Nani Roma who comes out on top of this fight. But neither of these two are on the pace of Petter Hansel and Al-Attiyah out front. Many crews getting lost on this stage. One of those two is going the right way. Looks like it was the other. Those three are completely lost. It's like Mad Max out there. Extraordinary stage. The old dry riverbeds. And there's Martin Prokop. Maybe a chance for the Czech driver, the former Junior World Rally champion, with female co-driver Ilka Minor, to improve on his impressive Dakar debut last year. The highest placed Argentine driver is Orlando Terranova. He originally tackled the Dakar on a bike, now he's part of the Mini Works team on 4 wheels. He's finished 4th twice and gave Al-Attiyah a good battle in 2015. But leading the pack, leading the attack for the Mini team is Finn Mikko Hirvonen, keen to get a podium this year after his 4th place last year on his Dakar debut. With that amazing sweeping left-hander and then diving into these beautiful canyons carved into the red stone. It's a great stage for him, looking good to beat former WRC rival Loeb and post the 2nd quickest time. That quad's going to have to make way for Mr. Dakar himself. On the attack for stage 3 after stages 1 and 2 put him down the running order, now living up to his name. That's Stefan Petter Hansel pushing Al-Attiyah all the way, swapping the lead with him in the early stages. But it is Nasser Al-Attiyah who has dominated most of this stage, but then at 416 kilometers, a big problem. He lost a wheel, he stopped to fix it, and he's plummeting down the running order. He was looking so good on this stage, but potentially a disaster to his hopes of delivering Toyota a win. 2 victories on the Dakar. One with Volkswagen, one with Mini. But Nasser Al-Attiyah is a man of challenges. New challenges. The goal for 2017, conquer glory with Toyota on the world's toughest off-road rally.
This is your old home?
Yeah. It's all. It's expired home now. This is my new home.
After 2 years with the X-Raid Mini team, the Qatari is now part of the Toyota family for his 13th Dakar.
I was waiting for the green light. He was in Qatar and we started exchanging messages by WhatsApp, and then we simply did a first rally together. With Nasser, sometimes at the beginning, you don't know what tomorrow will be like. But we started winning from our very first race together, and it never stopped. And now we're a real team.
Toyota is nice to drive, you know. It's a petrol engine, you know, and a lot of noise, and it's fun. And now I think with the new regulation, with everything, you know, all the cars 38 mil restrictor, I think it's a fair, you know, for everybody.
Despite winning the first stage of the rally, Al-Attiyah and his co-driver Mathieu Baumel had a fright when the Hilux caught fire.
Oh, they were very lucky, no doubt about it. In sport, those at the top level, those who are successful, always have to have that little bit of luck that you need to win. And they certainly have that. Well, we've gone from amateur status to outsiders.
Will be fantastic to win also for me and for Toyota, because the Toyota never win Dakar.
Yesterday afternoon, the Dakar bivouac of San Miguel de Tucumán was visited by 100 sick Argentinian children from local charities invited by the Dakar organization to discover a new world. Here are a few patients from our foundation. We come here to understand what the Dakar is all about and to meet the Dakar family. It's been a real nightmare start to the Dakar for multiple amputee Philippe Croison. For his first appearance on the event, the Frenchman suffered major mechanical issues and made it back very late to the Tucumán bivouac. The temperature reached 60 degrees in the car. I was told that the Dakar was hard, but it's really so tough after only 2 days. And tomorrow we go to 4,850 meters. Croison was eventually able to continue his Dakar adventure this morning. Stage 2 of the Dakar is one that Ramon Nunez will want to forget. The Argentine struggled with the Sentinel system that informs the driver of the presence of a nearby vehicle and was hit by a truck. I don't know what happened. I heard the Sentinel system, but I couldn't see anything. I just don't know. Thankfully, we're okay. We're okay. Quite a lot of work needed to fix the battered Toyota. And so to the trucks. Now, before we get to today's highlights, yesterday ended badly for Gert Hussink. The Renault truck driver made heavy contact with the car of Ramon Nunez, and truck 537 towed him to the end with a destroyed front right corner. A long night ahead for the mechanics back at the bivouac. And so to today, stage 3, the wilderness awaits. These massive lumbering trucks. And a very difficult day for last year's winner, Gérard Deroy. During the course of the stage, loses over 30 minutes and is way back down the running order. Worse problems though for Vic Versainen. He's built this new team, this new truck, this new crew, and it looks like on his third Dakar, it's gone up in smoke. Well, this is the Tatra truck of Alice Loprace, the Czech driver. 10 years since his Dakar debut, the podium finisher in 2007 has returned to Tatra after a few years in a man, and it looks like the old partnership might just be working out. He's fourth. In third position is Ton van Genuchten in his Iveco. The former mechanic is on his fourth Dakar as a driver, finished fifth last year. Currently in third place, but very close behind this man, Martin Colomy. With his regular cabin crew, the Killian brothers alongside him, and with Alice Loprace now in the team, the Czech driver is looking to get his best ever result after 6 previous Dakars. His highest finish was 5th in 2013. He's currently second behind this man, Eduard Nikolaev, leading the charge now. The familiar blue of the Kamaz Master truck. Looking good for a stage win, with a lead of 15 seconds over Martin Colomy and 18 seconds over Ton van Genuchten.
It's the morning of day 2, Malimoto bivouac. It was super hot last night. Didn't sleep very well.
Here we are lining up for the start of day 2. It's dark right now, so it's still very early in the morning. There's lots of bikes going, lots of tension, hearts racing, because we're about to go racing. Let's have a look. Come on, boy.
In tomorrow's 4th stage, the Dakar takes to the skies as the rally heads over the border into Bolivia for the first of 6 days at high altitude. Most of the action will be taking place at 3,500 metres above sea level as the riders navigate the tricky route through the dunes between Jujuy and Tupiza. So the Dakar is in San Salvador de Jujuy today, a town that's nestled close to the Andes in northwestern Argentina, not far from the borders with Bolivia and Chile. Jujuy boasts a number of local specialities, but it's also a stepping stone to some incredible surroundings, including the nearby Quebrada de Humahuaca Valley, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Well, the town is also renowned for having some of Argentina's finest indigenous culture. Thanks very much for joining us here on Dakar 2017. Tune in again tomorrow as it's Adios Argentina and Bienvenidos a Bolivia.